In fact, I will tell you that I virtually did everything. The only thing she did was just to wake up and go to a school.
Okay.
I sponsored everything from her day one
Okay.
in university till she graduated.
All right.
And I'm not counting that
Okay.
because when I met her, I
Okay.
saw in her
Okay.
someone I can end up with.
Hello, good afternoon.
You have to know.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. Thank
All right. Sir, please, before I go into details why I invited you down to this place, I would want to appreciate you for honoring my invitation. So thank you very much for coming. And please, do you know this young lady beside me here?
you. Yes, I know her.
Who is she to you?
She was my fiancée.
She was.
Yes.
Okay, bros, it is because of the gravity of the story she brought to my table that is making me hide your identity. Hmm? She said when she came, she told us that there is this guy she started dating when she was in first year in the university. She said everything was going on fine and okay. He said this guy is very loving and caring and takes good care of her. He said the guy supports her in everything she do in her academics. He said, in fact, that 80% of the reason why she graduated from the university is because of this said person. And she went ahead to tell us that after her graduation in the university, that this young man proposed to her. And she accepted immediately without thinking twice because she loves this very person and because this person is a very good man. A kind of man every woman would want for a husband. But she then told us that something happened months ago that is tearing the marriage plans apart. I asked her, what is this thing? She said that one day she was coming back from the market and she saw a good t-shirt she likes and believed that it will look so good on this said guy. Then she bought it. And after buying it, she decided to take it to the guy's house to give him the t-shirt. But on getting there, what she saw broke her heart. She said she saw this her husband to be with her best friend. That this person is her roommate back then in the university. They share everything. They cook in the same pot, eat in the same plate. That this person is like a sister to her. She knows her story and she equally knows this girl's story. So she caught this said girl with her fiancé making out on the bed. She said she got broken. She was heartbroken. She cried and left there immediately. And she said that this young man followed her immediately down to her house and started begging her. That he begged and begged that very day, but she did not utter a word. She did not say anything. After the next day, she went to her best friend's house to confront her, to ask her, why did you betray me? The girl was started begging her that it was the devil's work. After all they said that day, she left. But this guy did not stop. She continued begging her every day to forgive him, that it is the devil's handwork, that she should forgive him, that he loves her. But she said that there is this kind of person she is, that she hardly forgive people, that she does not have forgiveness in her, that and which is the reason why she do not offend people, that she makes sure that anything that will make her to wrong person, that she avoids it. But the guy begged and begged until she said, okay, she was forced to say, okay, I have forgiven you. But deep down in her, she has not. She was planning on how to revenge, on how to pay this young man back. And one day she said she went to the guy's family house to help the sister out. That she normally go there to help the sister out in the house chores and other things because the guy's mother is late. That is just her sister and the dad. But when she got to the house, it was only the dad. The sister was not around. Then this thing whispered into her ears that she should seduce the guy's father and sleep with him. That could be the best revenge she would give to this guy. She concluded and said yes to that saying, to that thought. But before diving into this plan, she called the guy and told him that she is in their family house, that he should come. After then, she went ahead to seduce the guy's father and they started making out. As they were making out, the guy came in and saw them. Then he became heartbroken. He became, as in, he was confused and didn't know what to do. This lady here says she picked her clothes, she dressed up and left immediately. Then the guy was like quarreling, shouting, why would she do this thing? The girl told him that it is that the same devil that made him to sleep with her best friend is the one behind the reason why she did what she did. She said that this was how everything was going. The guy stopped talking to her. They were not in good terms again. They stopped communicating to each other. Until one very day, she discovered that she's pregnant for this guy's father. She thought of what to do and decided to go tell the man. She went to the man and told him that she is pregnant. And the man said she should keep the baby because she said she wants to remove the baby. The man said, keep it, I will marry you. She said, no, that this can be possible. Okay, that what happens to your son? You know, I'm engaged and about to marry to your son. The man said, don't worry, I will call my son and talk to him. That was when she just left. And one day the guy came to her house and started ranting, shouting that what is he hearing? That you are pregnant for my dad? The girl said yes, that is what it is. And the guy started threatening her that over his dead body, will he allow her to marry her father, his father? That is not possible, that she should better go and remove that pregnancy. But the girl said no, she's not going to remove it. I asked her, so are you planning to be a stepmother to this guy who's supposed to marry you? She said that's what it is. That though it wasn't her intention, but since it has turned out to be so, that's what is going to be. But this guy kept on over and again telling her to remove this pregnancy or else he will buy her. She said she don't have strength for quarrel, that she would have gone to the police station to get the guy arrested or something, getting the police involved. But she said, first of all, let her reach out to us when she saw our program and see the things we would do and decided to reach out to us for us to help her sort this thing out. She said all she did out of anger. But she cannot turn back the hands of time. That we should help her speak to this guy. So after telling us her story, I got my seer involved into it. Sorry, beside her is my seer, who by grace of God, he sees secret and deep things, and he also knows when someone is telling lies. So when my seer looked into it, he said that this is a very deep issue. He went ahead to tell me to invite the young man down to this place so that we will hear his own side of the story before we will decide on how and what to do concerning this very issue. So I asked the young girl if I can get to see this young man. He said yes. I collected the young man's number and I called the number and it happens to be you, sir.
Okay.
First of all, I have to thank you for coming. Here you are. So, having told you what he says she used to be your fiancé, said, what do you have to say concerning this very issue? Thank you.
I agree to you, my brother.
All right.
And I want to go straight to the point.
Okay.
Because if I start to express my anger,
Okay.
I won't be here.
Okay.
First of all, this girl,
Mm-hmm.
she's more than a devil.
Okay.
You know why I said this? Because even the devil will not do what she did.
Okay.
She told you that I sponsored her
Mm-hmm.
in her education.
Yes.
That I took most of the things, like up to 80%.
Yes.
In fact, I will tell you that I virtually did everything. The only thing she did was just to wake up and go to a school.
Okay.
I sponsored everything from her day one
Okay.
in university she graduated.
All right.
And I'm not counting that
Okay.
because when I met her, I
Okay.
saw in her someone I can end up with.
Okay.
And I started.
Okay.
I saw her through her education.
All right.
I was there for her. I cared for her. I even gave her things that her parents cannot give to her.
Okay.
She's here. She can bear witness to everything. If I'm telling the lie, she will tell me that this thing I said is not true.
Okay.
Now, coming up, after she graduated,
Okay.
I proposed to this girl.
Okay.
Just few months after her graduation, because
Yeah.
I waited for her. I wanted her to finish her school so that
Okay.
she wouldn't tell me there is a reason or something of that nature.
Yes.
And I proposed to this girl.
Okay.
She accepted.
All right.
Now, her friend that she's talking about, this same girl, I can even tell you that they are both schemed this thing because she was the one that was flaunting herself on me.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Even the day she came to my house, she told me, because normally they do come, they are two do come to my house. She told me that she came to wait for her friend. Her friend will come.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
You know, one thing led to the other, and she caught us in the act. In fact, I'm even up till now, and I'm still sorry for what I did.
Okay.
But how can she tell me that she will scheme to go to my place? At first, she can't even tell me that she went to my place without even planning it.
Okay.
She had a mind of sleeping with my father.
Okay.
Because if she didn't have that such thing in mind,
Mm-hmm.
she will come when my sister is around. So how did she know that my sister is not around and she came
Okay.
and now planned it and now seduced my father?
Okay.
And even had the God to call me on phone that she is in my family house. I came and I saw them. They are both. I don't have any problem with my father because I know that he was dealing with the devil himself. Because this girl, as I'm telling you, this girl is the devil and more than a devil.
Okay.
But you see my own problem. My problem is that I accept the fact that I wronged her in the past.
Okay.
Which I pleaded. I even pleaded more than a month plus.
For real?
I was going to ask her now. Okay. I was going to her, I was begging, I was buying gifts, because that thing that I would tell you that it was actually the work of the devil. I didn't know how it happened. I never planned it.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
But how will she retaliate to the point that she went to my father? She didn't even go to someone, maybe a friend of mine or something of that. She went to my father to the point that she got pregnant for my father.
Okay.
I have sworn, in fact, with the last drop of my blood, and I'm not even getting married to her. That's the point. I'm not even planning on getting married to her again.
Okay, you are done with her.
I'm done with her forever.
Okay.
Even though it's paining me
okay.
that I'm leaving her. But
Okay.
I'm done with her. But my problem is that she will never give birth to that baby. And she will not marry my father.
She will not be your stepmother.
I'll lie. She
Okay.
can never.
Okay.
She can go to any length. And I will make sure that if she tries to do anything otherwise, she must go down. I have told her this thing and I'm saying that again. For a girl to have this kind of mind, to do this kind of things to a guy, if she had gone to my friend or something of that nature, that one is a fair treat. Okay. Other than going to my father to the point of getting pregnant for him. No.
She says she did it out of anger.
That thing is a schemed act. Okay. She planned it. Going to my home when nobody was around and even calling me and seducing my father to tell me that she is angry. No, that one is a schemed act, and I must make sure that she paid dearly for it.
What if your father, just as your father is insisting that he must marry this young girl?
I have told my father, I'm the first son of my father. I'm the only son, not even just the first son.
You and your sister.
Me and we are just two.
Okay.
My father will never, over my dead body, will my father marry her.
What
Someone I have already proposed to.
Okay.
My father will not marry someone. I told my father vividly, I told him that he will not marry this girl. Okay. And this baby, she must remove it. Because this thing is an above. Anybody that will hear it, I don't even know the kind of stand that I will use to stand to anybody that will come up and tell me that, hey, your baby is not getting married to you. How will that thing sound?
Okay. So what's your final stay?
My final say remains this way, that she must remove that child and she will not get married to my father.
So by so doing, she should stay clear from your family.
From my anything, in fact, anything regarding to my family, she should stay off. Anything whatsoever regarding to my family, I'm taking the lost.
Okay.
I set her up. Okay. I even made provisions for our marriage, but I am taking the lost. Okay. But anything related to my family and everything concerning me, she should stay off.
All right, no problem. I have heard your own side of the story. People, you guys have heard what the young man said. Like, seriously, it is really bitter. Like, very, very disheartening. I can just imagine what the both of them are going through, what is running through their mind right now. Man, this issue is deeper than an ocean. How do we go about this thing now? But no problem, without wasting anybody's time, I want to bring Sia into this very issue. Let's hear what Sia has to say concerning it before I will ask, or better still, let me ask this girl one or two questions before I invite Sia into this issue. Sister, you heard what your supposed husband to be said. So do you have anything to say concerning it?
All I'm saying is that I'm sorry for what I did. I've been telling him that I'm sorry. I did it out of anger and I'm deeply sorry. And this pregnancy, it was not planned.
Okay.
It was not my plan to get pregnant for the dad,
Okay.
for the father. But since it has happened and the dad don't want me to get rid of it,
Okay.
I don't think I have any other thing to do than to get married to his father.
But he heard him say that over his dead body will he watch you marry to his father. So what do you have to say concerning that one?
That's the reason why I'm pleading with him to forgive me. But since he don't want to forgive me, let's just see to it. Because I'm not going to get rid of this pregnancy.
And you are ready to marry the dad?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you heard what she said?
Do you know why I'm laughing? I'm just laughing because your death, you are closer to your death.
Chairman,
see, you know why I'm saying, if you know how hot this thing is hurting me, you know how hot this girl is. Very, very, she's an ungrateful human being. She's very, very an ungrateful person for going to such extent and still have the mind and the gut to tell me that she will get married to my father. No wahala. I reserve my comment.
All right, Chairman, I heard what you said, but before we move forward, I want you to withdraw that statement. She's close to agree that you will buy her. Withdraw that statement from me, please. It is a threat, and I don't normally take it lightly when someone threatens person to the point of say I will buy her. No matter how bitter you are, no matter how heartbroken you are, to buy somebody is not an option. You cannot take a life you do not give. You can never create a life. You cannot give a life. So you are not permitted to take this life. You can be bitter. I understand. If I'm in your shoe, I would do the same thing, but not to say I will buy this person. If anything happens to this young lady tomorrow, Oga, you will be held responsible. There is no two ways about it. So please, in all you are saying, watch it.
Okay, I've heard what you say.
Yes.
But she has to get rid of that baby. And
We'll,
she will not marry my father.
we'll get to the root of it. Please, people, you guys have heard it. So let me invite Sia into this very issue and hear what Sia has to say. Sia, ekenekwa gị nke ukwuu. Biko ya bụ nwatakịrị nwoke isi m mee ka ọ bịa ebe a, ọ bịagokwe. M wee kọrọ ihe nwatakịrị nwaanyị a gwara anyị wee jụọ ya ihe o were ikwu na ya bụ ihe. O si m na ihe niile gbanyere akwụkwọ nwatakịrị nwaanyị a gụrụ nọọ yanwa fụrụ maka ya. From mbido ya ruo na ngwụcha ya nọọ ya wafụrụ maka ya bụ ihe. O sikwa na mgbe ya bụ nwatakịrị nwaanyị gụchara ya bụ akwụkwọ, ọ gakwuru ya wee jụọ ya na ọ ga-anụ ya, nke ndị oyibo na-akpọ will you marry me proposal. Ya bụ nwatakịrị nwaanyị sị na ọ ga-anụ ya. O wee gaa n'ilu, ha wee na-akwado ya bụ ọnụnụ na di na nwunye. Wee ruo mbọsị ahụ ọ bịa na bịa o jide ya na nwaanyị ọzọ, enyi ya nwaanyị. Mana ya bụ nwatakịrị nwoke na-eme ka mmarụ na ihe ahụ dị ka ihe ha kwadoro akwado, ya na enyi ya nwaanyị kwadoro akwado wee mee. Maka na ha ịbụ adịbụ mbụ abịa na bịa na enyi ya nwaanyị bịakwutere ya sị ya na ọ na-eche ya bụ onye nke a n'ebe a ka ọ bịa, na ọ sị ya bịa ebe a bịa chere ya. N'ebe a nọ wee na-eche onye nke a ka ihe merụ na ọ mara ihe menụ ji wee mee, ha wee dina onwe ha. Onye nke a ji wee bata, o wee na-agwa m na ha plan ya bụ ihe, na ha gbakọrọ aka ọnụ wee mee ya bụ ihe merụ daa mbọsị nke ahụ. Maybe na a chọrọ ewi ọwụwa ka ama ka a ga-awọta ya. Nne, but Turi, did you plan with your friend? I wanted to ask you this question, just to text your husband to be.
No.
You did not plan with her?
No, because I so much trusted him. So I can't tempt him with such thing.
Okay. Si ya wee jụọ ya bụ nwatakịrị nwaanyị ha kwadoro ya bụ ihe, ha gbagoro aka wee mee ya bụ ihe, ọsị m mba na ọ trọsụ ya bụ nwata nwoke. Na ha gbakọrọ aka wee mee ya bụ ihe. Ya bụ nwata nwoke wee na-agwa m ka ya bụ ihe mechie na ọ na-ayọkwa ya bụ nwatakịrị nwaanyị na ọ yọgide ya biko n'otu ọnwa agago, izu agagokwe, ụbọchị na-aga, ọ na-ayọ ya bụ ọ yọgide ya biko na-egotere ya ma ihe ọ na-egotere ya ka obi wee dị ya mma. Mana ya bụ nwatakịrị nwaanyị wee kwechiri wee ga mee ihe o mee. Ọ sị na mbọsị ọ ga na be nne ya na ọ kwadochego ya bụ ihe, na ọ tụnechego ya ihe niile, wee sị ka ọ ga mee ya. Nwa ya mere o ji wee kpọọ ya na fon wee sị ya na ọ na-aga be ha, na ya bịa na ọ na-aga be ha. Ohu wee bata wee fee ebe ọ na-edina nne ya. Ọ sị na ọ bụrụ dị na o mere ya bụ ihe na-ewute, kama na o mere ya witi nne ya, na ọ bụ na oyi ilo ka ọ ga-ame ya bụ ihe, na-eyi ya nwoke ka o mere ya bụ ihe, na ọ ma nwute ya ka o si ewute ya. O wee bụrụ nne ya. Na gị mere o ji wee gawa be ha mbọsị ahụ, na ọ mana nwanne ya nwaanyị anọrọ n'ụlọ wee gaba na be ha, na ọ kwado ya bụ ihe akwado wee ga mee ya. O wee na-agwa m na ọ bụ maka afọ ime a nwatakịrị nwaanyị a bụ na o wepụchaghị ya, na ọma ndị ndụ fụ ka nwatakịrị nwaanyị a nụrụ nne ya, ihe ọbụla ọ sọkwa ya na-eme na ọma nwa awa na ọma mme. M wee sị ya ebe ọ bụkwa na nne ya ekwugo na ọ chọrọ ịnụ ya bụ nwatakịrị nwaanyị, ọ sị m na ndịrị ya ha ama mme, nọọ ya bụ ofu nwa nwoke ya bụ nwatakịrị ya bụ nne ya mụrụ, na ndịrị ya ha ama mme, na ọ chọrọ ka o nwere ihe ọbụla gbasara nwatakịrị nwaanyị a na ezinụlọ ya, na ya ga-wepụ ya bụ afọ ime, na ọ bụ na o wefuru ya na ọ ga-egbu ya, na ọ ga-emegide ya ihe ọmtị ya ọnwụọ. M wee gwa ya pụtawa ebe ahụ, na ihe ọbụla a na-ekwu ya pụtawa na nke igbu mmadụ. Ọ sị m n'ọnụ gị ihe nkwu. M wee sị gị biko na etufuru oge ọbụla, nebagodiri anya ya na ya bụ okwu, ka ị gwa anyị ihe ị nwere ikwu na ya bụ ihe, na nke a karịkwa. Ekenekwa gị nke ukwuu. Okay, Sia wants to say something. Sia biko gaa n'iru gwa m ihe ị chọrọ ikwu, ana m ege ntị.
Ya bụ okwu siri ike.
See, I said this very issue is very difficult. See, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
maka na ha na-abụ kwesịrị ịkwụ ụta.
See, I said the both of them are to be blamed. See, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Mana ihe nya bụ nwatakịrị nwaanyị mee jọrọ nnukwute njọ.
But what this lady did was very bad. Ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu. See ya.
Mana ife dị ebe afọ bụ na ife mele emego ọ dịgokwa nke ọ ya adị.
See, I said, but what is there is that what happened has happened. See, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Na ife a na-achọzi bụ ka anyị esi wee mezie nya bụ okwu ka ọ dị mma.
That what we are looking at now is how to resolve this issue amicably. See, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Ife nwere ịgwafa bụ na fa ga-eje kpazie okwu a n'ụlọ maka na okwu a bụ okwu a na-ekwu n'ụlọ.
See, I said, what he has to tell them is that they have to go home and settle this very issue. That this is an issue needs to be settled at home. See, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Kpọtakwanụ ndị okenye, kpọta ndị ọnụ na-elu n'okwu malụ ka esi aka ikpe.
Okay, see, I said, you people have to invite the elderly ones into this very issue. Maybe get your father, you, maybe your parents, everybody should just sit down to discuss this very issue, to see how you guys are going to resolve this thing amicably. See, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Maka na afụkwazi m ka ọ bụ nya bụ nwatakịrị nwoke dị maka na obi dị ọkụ, iwe juru ya n'obi.
He said he's seeing how hot or how bitter this young man is. See, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Mana fanyme nya bụ nke ọ bụ na ọ gaziro ejebe na nke ndị uwe ojii.
See, I said, if they try to invite elderly people into this thing, maybe their family, getting people involved to sort out this issue, and they did not arrive at a certain agreement, then they should then go to the police. They should bring police into this very issue. See, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Maka na nya bụ okwu ebe ọ bụ na o nwerozi ka anyị esi mekwata ya. Enwere m n'uche na ndị uwe ojii ga-emezikwa nya bụ okwu ka ọ dị mma.
Okay, see, I said, because if they are not able to settle this thing, and since I will buy, don't they enter the matter, that he believed that the police can handle this issue very, very well. See, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Onye a bụ na ọ gara ga na-akaba alụ rapụ iji na-eji iwe emebi ife.
Sia said we should try as much as possible to control our temper so that we will not spoil things while being angry. See, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Ka ọ rapụ ịdị onye nwa ma ọ bụ nya bụ onye ịnọ n'ọnọdụ nwatakịrị nwa agbọghọ anọ ọgwụkwa kọrọ m n'ọnụ.
So that you will not be in the same condition this young lady is in. You heard what I said it. That anger will put you in a path that the end of it is full of distraction, whether you like it or not. Whenever you act out of anger, believe you me, you must definitely regret it. That's why we need to control our temper at all times. At the same time, learn to forgive someone. If you don't want to do anything with the person, distance yourself from the person after forgiveness. Sister, you must learn to forgive one another. Try to build forgiveness inside of you. You said that you don't offend, you hardly forgive people. That's why you don't offend people. That is why you try as much as possible not to offend anyone. But I'm telling you right now that forgiveness is good and you must have it in you, whether you like offending people or not. Yes, you must have forgiveness in you, because had it been you have forgiveness in you, you wouldn't have gone as far as doing what you did. Even if you did not plan it, just like the young man said, that you got to their house and this thought came into you, you would have rebuked that thought because you have forgiveness inside of you. But look at it now. Just like she has said, you people have to go home, get your people involved in this very issue, get some elders, call the father of this young man. Since he said he wants to marry you, let elders get involved. Let them invite the young man, because from the way he's sounding, I don't believe there is anything we will say here that he will listen to. But maybe when the elders get involved, people who know pastors, people who are experienced about, have experience, know experience things about life, who has experienced life, call him to order, I believe he might listen to them. This is difficult anyway. So people, without wasting anybody's time, I want you to go to the comment section. When I don't hear the story, you hear the guy's side of the story, and you probably heard the girl's side of the story, and you heard what she has said. Or more, I want you to go to the comment section. Tell us what you feel about this very issue. If you are invited if you are invited to settle this kind of issue, what will be your say? What will you advise them to do? What will be your judgment? That is what I want to know. Yes. But as you are commenting, comment respectfully. And don't forget to like and share after watching. And above all, subscribe to stay updated. As you continue to follow Skit Law Comedy to stay updated, as you continue to be a loyal and faithful fan, may God bless you now and always. Amen. Now, don't watch this program and you enjoy them. You learned something from it. Please, I want you to share this program, share this video, make it go viral for the world to watch. There are plenty to learn in this very issue. Number one is to learn to control your temper. Number two is to learn to forgive, build forgiveness inside of you, and so on. As you are sharing this video, do not forget that we live in a cold world where best friend buy best friend, where loved one buy loved ones, where those you trust so much betrays you. We live in a cold world where it is better to dine and wine with the enemy than to keep yourself to that bosom friend, that best friend, that loved one that will end up to buy you tomorrow, which is what is happening between these two persons. Because they talk saying, who know man, na him dey man. Even the Bible said it. Please do not misunderstand me and do not misquote me. Rather, click on the share button and share this video as many times as you can. And as you do so, ọ ga-adịrị gị mma n'eke, ọ ga-adịrị gị mma n'orie, ọ ga-adịrị gị mma n'afọ, ọ ga-adịrị gị mma na nkwọ. Ise.